Hi everyone, this is Morgan with Kinetech. This training video is to help them understand how to build frequent quote components and bring them into quotes, as well as the updated numbering system. So when you generate a quote, it'll populate in the order that you guys want to populate it in, which will make sense in a second. As always, feel free to contact us or reach out to me directly, and I'd be happy to address any kind of questions or issues. With all that to say, let's just go ahead and get to it. Okay guys, so in order to build your quote components, you click on My Company, which is over here on the top right. And it's going to be found under Project Fees. Now you can build this frequent list that you're going to bring in and various quotes as detailed as you want or as basic as you want. So how you do so, you see a couple that I already built here, but I'm going to start from scratch. And you press New. And this should look very similar, as it's going to be built similar to the quotes. So if I say that this is my delivery and install line, I can add internal notes. If I have a constant cost that I want to show here, or even a GP, I could do that too. But I know a lot of you have specific tax line items. So you can build your quote component for this, and you can associate a tax to it. But let's say that behind this delivery and install line, you have a lot of different hidden line items. So what you can do is you can build hidden notes behind this line item. So if you have your delivery cost, and then that's a taxable item, and then you have your install, so again, what we're doing here is we're building this frequent product list or component list, whatever you want to call it, and bringing it in on the quotes, so that way you're not sitting there and keying in this information. So that way all you're really doing is putting in your cost, your GP, and moving on. And then also too, so let's just say that you also want to include the freight in that line item as well. And I'm just using the tab button just to tab over. And then also too, you want to include a miscellaneous fee for who knows what. So this is a great example of my delivery and install description, my line item, with a bunch of different hidden line items behind it. So I have two different delivery and install frequent products. I have one has a gross profit margin with a cost and sell in it. The other does not. It just has my tax rate and the details built in behind it. I can also create a product line, for instance. So if I usually in one lump sum, I show the client product, but behind that product line is walls, and then I'm not going to tax it. I'm in one of those lucky areas that I don't have to tax product. But then also behind product is also the millwork cost and the power and data. So again, I'm just typing all this information, so when I actually do pull that accurate project costs and sales and all that stuff, I can just quickly move on versus type it in each time. So now that I built my frequent products list, again, where that was is under project fees, under my company. So I'm going to go over to one of my projects, and I'm going to open one of these up. And if I jump over to my quotes, I'm also going to point out two things. So if I press New, the first thing that you guys might notice is that your line items are now numbered. This is so when you guys create your Word document, it's going to then populate in the order that you want it to populate in. So here's my just regular dirt walls. This is something that you guys are used to seeing. So if I want to delete all of my product lines, I can do so. And what I can do is I can add a frequent product list that we've already built. Keep in mind that you can multi-select on here. So if I have my product line here, my delivery and install, I can select that. Now it is already built for me. I can just input my cost and my sales that I would need to. That's again, appropriate for this project and accurate to the project, and then move on. Then you can see that my numbers are listed, and then whenever I create my quote, they will show up in the order that I would like to show them to the client. So as always, if you guys have any questions, please let us know. Hopefully that should save a lot of time, especially just building out your particular tax items and non-tax items. I know will help a lot. Same with describing any kind of internal notes and then bringing them in on the quote. It should save some significant time. So thanks again, and please let us know if you have any questions.